What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? And man, do we have an exciting first matchup between seed number 24 and seed number 25, Rafał and Michu, who both just recently, on the same day, got their first level 21s, which is quite a feat. And on that same day, their highest scores were around 1,000 points apart. So there's nothing separating these guys. So this should be a very close and exciting match. And the choices of levels on CTP Tier 2 are either levels 15 or levels 18. Both players are more than capable of playing 18, and looks like we've already decided to go with 18 all the way. So not only is it going to be an exciting close match, but we're also going to get some exciting level 18 play. No problem, Rafał. The official start time of the match is 3 minutes from now, so still some time.
Did your game just get interrupted by an update? It's
No,
time.
my game just got interrupted by this advert. Welcome back. Speak louder. Is the music too loud? No, the music is very quiet. Turn it up a little bit. Really? Miku, can you hear me? I think it must be on your end, Rafał. But let me know if there's any other problems with sound levels. All right, well, both you guys are ready, so let's get things started. Have fun out there, guys. Let's go. Game 1 in. Oh, apparently. Oh, there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Classic Tetris bot was busy with some other business, I think. Rafał is already dependent on a J, which he didn't get, so he's going to have to burn at the start of this game. Miku also with a hole in his stack, so early tournament jitters maybe on both sides. but both players in no danger. Miku's stack a little cleaner than Rafael's, but exactly the same score for the time being. Both players still waiting for their first Tetris. But both players still down at the bottom. Rafael's not really getting the L's and J's that he desires. Okay, Miku now with the Tetris on the board, but has to block the well and is going to have to burn quite a few lines before he can open it again. Get some nice pieces. It's now open for a second. But where is the long bar? Has to close the well right before the long bar comes. So pretty rough start for both players. Oh, and then Miku hangs a T on the left, and it doesn't look like he's going to get out of that. So Miku tops out at 35,340. So with that Tetris, Rafael's going to take game one. Just like that. Miku with the cleaner board, but just a simple mistake means an early top out in this case. Alright, both players ready, so let's get right into game two. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What's up, Bill? Oh, Rafael is still writing in on the scoreboard, so he's a little bit late to start. So he's going to be coming from behind here, but no big deal. Already with a hole in the stack is Rafael, but it's deciding to keep it safe. But Miku already with the Tetris on the board. Ooh. A little bit of a misdrop of the L on Rafael's side. But he's open again and can start building for another Tetris. Miku with a hole in the stack and a little bit of a jagged board. So he's gonna hope for some nice pieces to efficiently clean things up. It looks like he's just going to build on top of that hole. So Miku building on column on top of row 1. Another Tetris for him. 77,000 now for Miku. 32,000 for Rafael. But Rafael is open and ready for a Tetris. Has to burn to take himself out of Tetris contention for the time being. But a couple of quick skims will make him Tetris ready again. Miku still getting the stack back in order. 90,000 now for him. Oh, misdrop of the J for Rafael. He should be able to clean this up, but that's going to slow down his chances of catching up. Rafael would love a J piece or a long bar. Gets the long bar, but now is dependent on he's dependent on 2 L's. Neither L making an appearance. Does get the long bar to prolong this dig a little bit, but Rafael in dire straits. Oh, and Miku tops out at 93,000, but Rafael's board is in no fit state for catching up in this occasion. So that's 1 game all. GG's. Just warm-up games. Mic audio is a bit quiet, so Bill thinks so as well. That's weird. To me, the audio levels look okay, but I'll turn it up just anyway. Is that any better? Alright, sweet. Thanks, Bill. So, Miku is ready, and Rafael is ready, so let's go with game 3. In 3, 2, 1... Tetris. So what was a best of 5 is now a best of 3. As expected, nothing separating these players. Rafa would love a long bar right now. Long bar is not showing up, so it's going to have to take a triple, and then takes another safety double. Oh, I guess no dash to get the long bar to the right there. So Rafa already with some problems. I guess he didn't realize the left would be open for that J, but gets another J. So he should be okay. Again, not the smoothest of starts on Rafael's side. So he's already in dire straits again in this game. Let's see if he can dig out this. It's becoming 18-5 already. Oh no, way too many L's and J dependencies now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of that, and indeed tops out with 23,000. So Miku is good with 140,000. So that was a very nice start on that game for Miku. So Miku, you're good. You can top out. So Miku is ready. And Rafael is ready. So game number 4. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What's up, Eris? Chat's a little dark over that side. Let's move it over here. It's a little faint. It's a little easier to read over here. Alright, much smoother start from Rafael this time, already with 2 Tetrises. Miku's board also nice and clean. Just had to burn a few lines just to keep it that way. Just one more piece needed to be Tetris ready, but misdrops the S and decides just to do some safety plays. Rafael is also digging, but is going to get out of this. Very nice from him. Another Tetris, so 72,000 now for Rafael. Miku's still waiting for his first Tetris. 12,000 for him. Not the best pieces to deal with this situation. Would love an L or a J. Speaking of would love an L or a J. Oh, and Miku and Rafael. Rafael's going to top out at 73,000. Just like that. So Miku is going to attempt to chase this down. Let's see what he can do. So Rafael not really getting settled into the tournament. It's often pretty difficult to just get those first couple of wins on the board. Miku's now just one piece away from being Tetris ready, and is now Tetris ready. Gets a Tetris. Needs to get to 74,000 if I remember correctly. So Miku's set up and waiting. One more Tetris will do it. And there's the long bar. Doesn't matter about that little misdrop. So Miku is going to move forwards in the winner's bracket. GG's, guys. But it's not the end for Rafael. Oh no, it is not the end for Rafael. He will move on to the loser's bracket and continue his fight to stay in the tournament. So we may well see another match from these two guys later down the line. Alright, well, Miku, don't go anywhere, because up next you'll be against Frieder. Let me just get that set up. So Frieder's not online yet, but the match isn't scheduled for another 15 minutes. So in the meantime, Miku, just feel free to keep doing what you're doing. So keep warming up, or if you want, go grab a snack. While we wait for Frieder. Oh, let me check for you, Rafa. Rafa, you're playing after this match actually on my channel, so you don't even need to go anywhere. So you'll be playing the loser of the second match on Purebip's channel. And that's to be determined, because at the moment JXE is playing Foligno. Quite possibly, Rafa. Actually, no. There's no way. He always gets the worst. The link to Purebip's channel? Yeah, let me just go grab it. Oh, that's because it's spelt wrong on the link. It's just Purebip. It's spelled PRIBIP on that link, which is wrong. What's up, Harry? 2-3? Well, this you know, that sounds like a close match. Well played, man. I just realized I'm not already following Purbip, and I don't want to do it now because then like she'll realize that I wasn't following already. I'll do it when CTP's finished. Just need to make a note to myself to remember. That's terrible. Yeah, one game each, and Foligno is 50,000 in the lead. GXE's board is not looking very nice. Yeah, it's a rough side of the bracket, to be fair. You guys are all pretty evenly matched. Well, they're tappers, right? Foligno's a tapper anyway, I'm not sure about Yusuf. Maybe it's role reversal day. Anyway, still no signs of life from Frieder. So maybe it's a good time to go grab a snack. Hey Frieder, what's up, man? How you doing? So 3 more minutes until the scheduled start time of the match, but if both you guys are ready, then we can just get things started whenever. Are you live yet, Frieder? It's not showing live on my side. Ah, here we go. Some signs of life from Frieder. I love that picture, by the way. I'll flip it around. 1 second. There we go. Choose your weapon. Oh. And Frieder's gone offline again. I guess just getting the capture card working or something. Just give him a refresh just in case it's my end. Aha. Okay, well, it looks like we're just about ready to go. So, as soon as both you guys are ready, we can get things started. Nice 600k, Frieder. So Miku is ready. So let's just wait for Frieder to finish this warm-up game. And then we can get things started. Everything okay, Frieder? Alright, cool. So, both players are ready. So let's get started with game number 1. Have fun, guys. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Beautiful clean stacking from both players. Miku, well, actually just about Tetris start for both players. Oh, the early shift from Miku is going to sting a little bit. But he should be able to clean this up no problem, and does so, and is open for another Tetris. In the meantime, Frieder is blocked as well, and had to pile a whole bunch of O pieces on the right, so it's going to be a little while before... Oh, he is set up for a center well Tetris though. But misdrops the L, so he's going to need to get something over to that left. It doesn't look like he can in this case, so Frieder tops out at 29k, so Miku takes game number 1. GG. I take it we're just doing... yeah, you can choose 15. So, so I take it you would like to choose 15, yeah? Alright, Miku says ready on 15. So, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. A relatively drama-free start from both players, and again they both Tetris at roughly the same time. Miku with a hole at the bottom of the stack is just going to burn off the top and can start building for a Tetris again. Frieder, double J dependent, decides not to wait. Very wise decision. Waiting too long for one particular piece is the number 1 game-ending strat. A little bit of an awkward situation for Frieder. Let's see how he decides to solve this. Would like a TP. Oh, I like that roof burn. But the board is a little bit jagged at the moment. Gets a perfect L piece to take a triple and clean things up. Nice couple of tucks and roof burn setups. Oh, looked like he thought he was Tetris ready there, but realized at the last second. But is forced to take another triple, and so it's now 54,000 for Frieder and 81,000 for Miku. So Miku with a Tetris and a half lead, and Tetris is again. So Miku is surpassing 100,000 points at 28 lines. Frieder at 29 lines with 56k. And a lot of holes in his stack. So the slower pace has been hurting Frieder a little bit. But he is set up for a center well Tetris. Let's see if the game will be so kind as to grant the center well, and there it is. So 79,000 now for Frieder, 126 for Miku. Frieder set up for another center well. Miku perfectly clean with the standard column 10 well, and gets a Tetris himself. Goes up to 145. Another center well Tetris for Frieder. 118 now for him. Miku still set up and waiting and gets another Tetris, so 165 now for Miku. Roughly the same line counts. Another Tetris for Miku. Still a perfectly clean stack. Oh, wasn't quite sure what to do with that L, but sets up a nice T-tuck. And gets the... Oh, I think it was a J piece actually. I get confused with the colors on this level. Frieder set up for the column 3 and gets the column 3 Tetris. So roughly 40,000 point difference between the players now, and Miku has a bunch of holes to deal with. So he's not going to be Tetris ready for quite some time, and Frieder is, so this is his opportunity to cut down on that lead on Miku's side. But the game not yet giving him another long bar. So nice skims to stay Tetris ready, and finally gets the long bar. So 166,000 now for Frieder. Still a roughly Tetris and a half lead for Miku, who is now clean again and decides to burn things down rather than set up for the column 4. 203,000 now for Miku, 167 for Frieder. And identical line counts, both players at 72. Miku now set up for the column 7. And gets it. And Frieder now with the standard column 10 well. And surpasses the 200,000 mark and is now within a Tetris of Miku, but Miku Tetris is just to deny that. Miku now with a very big double well. It's going to take a couple of skims to get Tetris ready. Frieder one piece away from Tetris contention and gets another Tetris, so 234 now for Frieder, 264 for Miku, and we are less than 10 lines away from the transition to level 16. So it's almost crunch time. Well, I'm not sure if that was an early shift or an adjustment from Frieder. Let's see if it works out for him. Looks like he may just play this safe and get the stack back into decent health for the transition, and Frieder is the first to transition at 255. Miku would like to transition with the Tetris and does. So it's a 300,000 now for Miku, so that's a 50,000 true lead. Center well for Frieder. Both players now perfectly clean. And Tetris ready. Frieder gets the Tetris. 304,000 now for him. 349 for Miku, who blocks the well just briefly but reopens it again. Just waiting for a while for this long bar. Where is the long bar for Miku? There it is. So 380 now for Miku. So it's more than 3 Tetris lead for Miku. And still a possible 3 Tetrises before level 19. Frieder not in the best of shape now. Has only 2 lines left and make that 1 line left before the transition. And Frieder transitions with 323. He's going to have to score very heavily on 19 if he has any hope here, but it looks like he's just going to top out. So Miku with already 430k takes the game. GG's, guys. I haven't seen Eggmaster here, so I'm not sure where he might be. But yeah, well played, guys. It's always good to see a good double kill screen. Quote unquote kill screen, I should say. Alright, Miku is ready for the next game. Just waiting for a ready from Frieder. And Frieder, it's your turn to choose the starting level. So what level are we going to have this time? So a level 18 start. Okay, so game number 3. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Squiggly start for Miku, but tucks a long bar under straight away. Nice clean start from both players. Frieder with the aggressive column 10 long bar placement. Gets a couple of pieces to do a couple of skims, clean up the stack. It is been waiting for a while for this long bar, which hasn't shown up, so Frieder's going to top out at 1,000 points, so Miku takes the match. Just like that. It's pretty unlucky for that early drought. Let's give Miku his 3rd heart. So Miku will be moving on in the winner's bracket. And Frieder will move down into the loser's bracket, but where he will still be in the tournament. Okay, Adam. Um, Let me just check the schedule. I believe it's Frieder versus Rafael on this channel. But let me check the spreadsheet just to be safe. I also need to update the protocol, so give me 1 second. There we go. So next up, Rafa, yeah, you're playing the loser of JXZ versus Eggmaster. But I guess there's no signs of Eggmaster, so I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. But yeah, Felinio, you versus Frieder is ready to play, and it's scheduled to be on Purbip's channel. But I'm happy to restream it here, if Purbip is still busy. But I guess no, since the first match is finished. Let me just figure out. In the meantime, feel free to do some additional warm up or whatever. Gonna mute myself for a second.
Yes, you can, Lily, because for the moment, unfortunately, I don't have any signal from Eggmaster, so yes.
Yeah, Frieder and Felinio, if you're still there, I'm now restreaming your match instead of Purbip, because Purbip has to wait until Eggmaster times out because he hasn't shown up. So I can, because you guys are match is ready to go, I can just take it. So I'll just get set up. Still no signs of Foligno. Foligno, if you're there, we can start the next match. But you're not live for me. Is anybody even there? Who's still here? Yeah, I'm just wondering that, Frieder. Is there nobody still here? Foligno is not live, so I don't know what's happening. Oh, hang on a second. Is he live now? No, he's hosting Classic Tetris for some reason. Maybe. Let's look. Huh. Match results. It says here, well, nobody's entered anything on the protocol. Let's check the full brackets. Maybe there's a mistake with the bracket. And my version of the bracket still says Frieder Foligno. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I think there's a mistake with the bracket. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what it says on the bracket that I have as well. But nobody's entered anything into the protocol for Frieder versus Foligno. So I think it's a mistake. Huh? Okay, wait a second. Yeah, it says Felinio won this thing, then... I don't know what's going on, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything I can do with the protocol without screwing everything up. Oh, yeah, here it says Frito versus Foligno is finished. Someone put an X there already. Is that maybe the problem? Oh no, someone's doing something now. Alright, no problem. Okay, so Felinio is live now, so let's open up this scene. Hey, nice job, man. It's a big milestone, 500k from 18. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that Eggmaster is going to show up. Unfortunately, yeah, we need to stick to the rules. So, are you guys both ready? Well, Felinio is ready, so Frida, are you ready? Yeah, that's right, Rafael. Oh, I need to refresh Felinio. Yep, and Frida says level 18. Alright, I'm just waiting to finish refreshing Felinio. I'm guessing this is on my side, so don't worry about it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so both players are ready. So let's go. Level 18. Game number 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, that was a very confusing last 20 minutes, but I'm sure everything will be sorted. Nice little adjustment of the S to accommodate the square for Frida. And Frida is set up and ready and gets a Tetris. Felinio fresh off a new PB. Let's see what he can do here. Gets a Tetris himself. Frida already with a couple of holes now though, but he does have a Tetris lead for now. Felinio is set up and ready. And Felinio takes the lead with that Tetris. Frida has a bunch of trouble to deal with here. But I guess a couple of nice pieces and places them well. And it's just about opened up that bottom hole. Oh, but misdrops the J. So it's going to slow things down a little bit more. Meanwhile, Felinio is just casually Tetrising away. Is at 99,000 now. Frida at 63,000. Just about open now. Longbar would almost open up that bottom hole. Let's see if Frida decides just to build on top or whether to burn this down the whole way. Frida set up, Felinio set up again. Oh, gets the Lombard just in time. And gets the J to fill on the left, so he's now in good position. 150,000 now for Felinio, 72,000 for Frida. So Frida is playing catch up. Nice skim from Felinio. Frida's still just struggling to get settled in this tournament. Finally gets a couple of good pieces to really open things up. And gets a Tetris, so 126,000 now for Frida, 179 for Felinio. And Felinio gets another Tetris and is now at 202,000. Almost identical line counts. So it's quite a strong lead now for Felinio. But we have not passed the halfway point yet. Lots of Tetris to play in this game. Both players set up again. Frida gets the Tetris. Felinio with a nice T horizontal burn. Frida would love a couple of O pieces. decides to get Tetris ready first rather than fixing the left, and it paid off. So we've now passed the halfway point in this game, and the lead is roughly the same. But as I say that, Foligno is in a little bit of trouble now. Needs a couple of good pieces, gets a couple of good pieces. 270,000 now for him. Oh, but he hangs the Z piece, so Foligno is going to top out at 270. The Frieder at 250 needs one more Tetris. But in order to Tetris, one needs a long bar. Will he get the long bar? There's the long bar. So Frieder takes game one. So strong start from both players. Frieder hanging on in there and surpassing Foligno after a top up. And Foligno is ready on level 15. So just waiting on a ready from Frieder. And Frieder is ready, so here we go. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ooh, early shift to start the game for Foligno. So he's going to have to deal with a couple of holes. Would love a long bar right now. Gets it. Would love another one. So pretty dependent board for Foligno. That second long bar hasn't shown up yet. So first blood goes to Frieder. But Foligno is now open for the dirty column 5 and gets it. Looks like Foligno is just going to build on top for the time being. Level 15, you have a little more leeway to wait for the pieces that you need. And an extra 2 rows is not too big of a deal most of the time. As long as you show plenty of respect for level 15, of course. So Foligno is set up now for a dirty column 6. It has to block the wall, and now needs another long bar to open things up again. Make that 2 long bars. Gets the first one, but is waiting for the second. Gets a cheeky little T-spin. Oh, but he hangs an L piece. So Foligno's going to top out, and Frieder is going to take the game. He's already good with 100,000 points. GG. So Frieder's turn again to choose the starting level. And Frieder is ready on level 15. So decides he likes the slower speed. Decides to stick with it. So just waiting on a ready from Foligno, and we can get started with game 3. That's true. Nobody likes losing to RNG. So here we go. Game number 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, misdrop of the Z from Foligno. And getting a little droughted here. Lombard shows up just one piece too late, as is so typical with this game. But gets another Tetris. And gets an L piece, just the perfect piece for the moment. Nice burn on the left. And is now perfectly clean again, is Foligno. So 25,000 now for Foligno, 41,000 for Frieder. Frieder with another Tetris goes up to 61,000. Another Tetris for Foligno. So a true 1 Tetris lead for Frieder in the early stages. Foligno's board becoming pretty dependent. Needs a couple of good pieces here. Would love a Lombard right now. And it's just, Foligno's just going to top out with 46,000, so Frieder is going to take it and move on. Yeah, those dependencies just kept building on top of each other there. But yeah, thanks for playing, Foligno. So let's see what happens when we update the bracket. If we even can. I don't know what's happened with the bracket. Ah, here it is. What's up, Yusuf? How's it going, man? Let's check the schedule. So next up we have Miku versus Yusuf. It seems like it's fixed itself, Per. It looks like Frieder was just entered in 2 separate places after winning, or after dropping into the losers bracket. I'm doing pretty good, Yusuf. Thank you very much. So let me just switch to the transition scene. Let's get the next couple of matches set up. Yeah, Miku, are you still here? He's live, so. Alright, cool. I'm just waiting for the advert to finish on your channel, Miku, and then we can get things started if you guys want. We still have 10 minutes before the match is scheduled to start, but if you want, we can just start early. Yusuf, are you are you live yet? Because it's not showing up for me. Yusuf, you're not live for me. No problem, man. Ah, there you are. No problem. Alright, so let's just reconfirm readies in chat, and then we can get things started. So Miku is ready. And Yusuf, are you still ready? Yes, I can do that, no problem. And yeah, so both players are ready, and it's Yusuf's choice as to what level we start with, and he has chosen 15, so we have a level 15 start. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Nice O-tuck there for Miku. Series of tucks to start this game. So no problems really at the start, but having to use that brain of his. And a Tetris for Miku, and Yusuf already with the Tetris. In fact, already with 2 Tetrises. And another Tetris for Yusuf. So 57,000 now for him, 39,000 for Miku, who's dependent on an eye on the left. Was Yusuf, and he was already Tetris ready, but he decided to fix the left first. Very wise man. And another Tetris for him, so 96,000 now. For him, 80,000 for Miku. Miku with an eye dependency on column 4. Would love to get the long bar straight away. Gets it in a decent amount of time. Okay, Yusuf now with a hole in the stack, and he's only 3 high with that column on the right, so the long bar will only be a triple. So a little bit of an awkward situation for him. That may slow down his scoring a little bit. And he's now buffering. Let me just refresh, see if that's on my side. Hmm. Looks like Yusuf's stream is struggling a little bit, dropping a lot of frames. But he's also not in a good situation either. Okay, it looks like he's surviving, but we're just seeing like a slideshow at the moment, so I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, at 34 lines, Yusuf is at 122,000. And Miku at 44 lines at 145,000. It looks like somehow Yusuf is still alive. A pretty terrible looking board. I had no idea what he was going to do with that piece, and then that somehow his board actually looks cleaner in the next slide. So Yusuf in full-on survival mode right now. In the meantime, Miku is perfectly clean and Tetrising away at 185,000 points. Yusuf stuck at 132. He's not gonna... Oh, he was set up for a Tetris there, but had to block the well. A pretty dirty column, row 5 Tetris. We're still just seeing bits and pieces from this stream, but at least it's not completely frozen. Yusuf is Tetris ready, but still a very dependent board. Okay, gets the Tetris by the looks of things. So 156,000 now for him. 228 for Miku. As we approach the halfway point in the game. But of course, way more than halfway to transition. Okay, finally Yusuf's stream is smooth again. And he gets a very dirty Tetris. A row 6 Tetris. So he's now at 186,000. So Miku with a 100,000 point lead at 286,000. And another Tetris for Miku. 300,000 now for him. Very respectable level 15 pace. Oh, I may have cursed it there. That might be my bad. He misshifts an S piece. But it should be no problem for him to clean up. Yusuf's just been struggling with his stack this entire game. He just doesn't seem to be getting the right pieces. Or he's just playing super aggressively. And not even attempting to burn it down, I'm not sure. But it looks like that... Oh, he was open for the Tetris there, but I guess he had no DAS on the long bar. Or didn't realize the well would be open. So Yusuf, with only 2 lines left before transition, is very high up. He opens up just in time and gets a Tetris. So he is going to survive, but Miku is 150,000 points in the lead. So GXC needs nothing short of a miracle to take this, and misshifts an S piece, so that's the exact opposite of what he's looking for. Oh, and the long bar hang, that looks like that's finally going to be the end of this game for Yusuf at 229, so Miku, plenty of a lead. 400,000 takes the game. Yeah. It was a very informative PowerPoint presentation. GG's. So Miku's turn to choose the starting level, chooses level 18. Yeah, I'll do that just now. What's your bitrate, by the way? Because maybe it's a little high. Because Miku's stream is running fine for me, so I'm not sure if it's an upload issue or some other crazy technical reason. Okay. So it's probably from my side then, in which case I apologize. But anyway, it's running perfectly smoothly now. So both players are ready. So let's go, level 18. Game number 2 in... Wow, Classic Tetris spot. Wake up. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, Yusuf says he has problems with his internet. Oh, never mind. Okay, keep going. It's okay. All is well. Okay, so very smooth start for Miku. Yusuf still waiting on that first Tetris. So another rough start for him, but he does get the Tetris and is set up for another one. So 41,000 for him, as we see some more buffering. 92,000 for Miku. Okay, Yusuf is back, just a minor... Oh, spoke too soon. Back to full-on slideshow mode. But it's better than a complete freeze. Miku with a couple of problems, but overshifts a piece there. So Miku now with some pretty serious problems. So that's going to seriously slow down his scoring. It looks like he will get out of this. Yep, J piece is perfect. Would love a long bar. Gets it, but one piece too late. So had to block that column 5 dirty well. But he's now set up for a dirty Tetris. So maybe the game was just willing him to wait a little bit so that he could score off this down stacking. Okay, nice O piece, and things are open for Miku again. JXZ actually in the lead by 10,000 points after the troubles that Miku had experienced there. But he now has a hole at the bottom of the stack, so he's only going to be able to get a triple from the next long bar. And Miku Tetris is to become within 10,000 points again. So I would say advantage Miku at this point. Also, Miku is behind by 7 lines. Beautiful stack from Miku. 210,000 now for him, taking the lead. Exactly 65 lines apiece. Halfway point. And 1 Tetris in the lead for Miku. Aggressive long bar placement for Miku, but the stack is not too high, so it shouldn't be a problem. And indeed it isn't. Gets another Tetris. Goes up to 235. Yusuf at 207,000. Still seeing pretty much just a slideshow. Nice flat burn of the T to open up the well on Miku's side. So perfectly clean stacking for Miku. 283,000 now for him, but Yusuf at 275, so catching up. But needs an L piece. Pretty dependent on an L in the middle of the stack. Gets it after setting up a nice delayed burn with the J. So he's now perfectly clean again, but he doesn't really have any burn options here. He would love to get a long bar straight away, and does so. But has a few holes now to clean up. So this is going to give Miku the opportunity to build up a little bit more of a lead again. Miku now set up for another Tetris. Waiting on that long bar. And there it is. Takes a couple of nice safe burns, knowing that he's in the lead. So 380,000 now for Miku. 338 for JXZ. Some aggressive play from Yusuf. He's aware now that he needs to catch up and is running out of time. We're both players now with only 15 lines left before the 19 transition. Miku with another Tetris goes up to 430. So it's a 2 Tetris lead for Miku, and he's behind in lines. So Yusuf in need of another miracle. So one more Tetris will take Miku up to 500,000. Can only burn one more line though. Takes a triple. And Yusuf, he tops out with 435, so Miku takes game 2. GG. So Miku only dropping one game so far in the tournament, if I remember correctly. So a very strong display from Miku. You fought well, Yusuf. So Miku is ready, and Yusuf, it's your turn to choose the level again. So yeah, we're going to see another level 15 start. And both players ready, so let's go. Game number 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, no early drama this time for Yusuf. Gets the first Tetris, but he's eye dependent in the middle of the stack right now, but gets the long bar in a good amount of time. Nice flat placement there. I always try and encourage that flat L placement to solve columns 1 to 3. So Miku now with column 3 while Tetris, and is in the lead currently by 2,000 points, is Miku. But Yusuf with another Tetris regains the lead, but is now eye dependent again on column 3. And the eye piece comes one piece too late, and that's a very bad timing, to be honest, because that's now going to be 2 triples that he has to endure. Miku with a perfectly clean stack and another Tetris goes up to 81,000. So 10,000 points in the lead. Briefly, Yusuf takes the lead back with another Tetris. Is eye dependent again, but gets the eyepiece this time, and has to block the well right before the next eyepiece. Ooh, misshift to the T, breaking the parity on the left for Yusuf, but gets a couple of decent pieces. And another Tetris, so actually he's in the lead. Miku is now in a bit of trouble. He's forced to create another hole in the stack. Let's see if he can get out of this. Oh, Miku hangs the piece, so Miku tops out 104,000. And that's going to be it for Miku, so Yusuf takes game 3. And is off the mark with a game of his own. GG's. So Miku's ready on level 18, just waiting for a ready from Yusuf. And both players ready, so here we go. Game number 4. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, both players with the Tetris. Yusuf with a nice little L tuck. Miku with only blue and white pieces. Is sporting the national flag of Scotland and also Finland and various others. Greece also, I guess. Okay, Miku's pretty high up, but gets the Tetris, so he's back down to safety. He had limited burn opportunities there, so well-timed long bar. 94,000 for him, 97,000 for Yusuf, so Yusuf in the lead by a few thousand points. So both players stacking very clean. Safety triple for Yusuf, followed by a Tetris, 126 for him. Miku with a Tetris of his own, 120,000 for him. So nothing separating these players in this game. Another Tetris for each, so 151,000 for Yusuf, 143 for Miku. But Miku Tetris is back into the lead. Yusuf had to do a couple of little burns there. Would love a J piece, make that an L piece. Gets a long bar to both of those times. But is set up for another Tetris and waiting for yet another long bar. Will it show up? There it is. So 180,000 now for him, and Miku in the lead by 11,000 now, 191,000 for him. And gets another Tetris, so Miku now about half a Tetris in the lead, and 2 lines behind in pace. One might say they are nuck and nuck, or this being PAL, schnuck and schnuck. Aggressive long bar placement for Miku. Let's hope he doesn't run into any pieces he doesn't need, because there's nowhere to burn them. Okay, now he has a place for burning. Yusuf Tetris is into the lead, so 278 for him, 264 for Miku, but Miku is ready and waiting. Has to block the well though. Creates an eye dependency, but gets the long bar. Oh, but now has a very nasty situation on the left. Okay, gets a couple of pieces that he needs. Would love a couple more pieces. Still pretty clean. The board is, despite his height, the board is pretty accommodating. Okay, that was a good L piece and a good J piece. He's one more piece to open up the well. Just gets bombarded with S pieces. Again, one piece needed. Okay, he opens up the well and gets the Tetris. So 303,000 now for Miku, followed by another quick Tetris. And so that's 326 now for him, and 332 for Yusuf. So still nothing separating these players. But Yusuf now a couple of lines behind. And Yusuf now with some problems. Would love a J piece himself. Gets a long bar. And another long bar to open up the right. And another long bar for the Tetris. Wow. So nice little sequence for him. Things were looking very tough for a second. Oh, very dirty Tetris for Yusuf. Row 7 Tetris, I believe. And Miku now with some problem. Oh, Miku hangs the long bar on the left, and he's not going to be able to do anything about that. So Miku tops out with 332,000. 332,880. So Yusuf already takes the game. So things are all tied up. All of a sudden we have a decider on our hands. Yeah, it was so close that whole way. No margin for error. So JXZ, it's your turn to pick the starting level. No, or is it? Yeah, yes it is. Sorry. So are we going to see another 18 game, or are we going to see another 15 game? As those are the two options in this tier. So we're going to have another game on level 15. So deciding game. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So it all comes down to this. So Miku a little behind on starting there. And Yusuf draws first blood. Oh, a little bit of a hang for GXD there. But gets a couple of nice pieces to tuck in, so no problemo. So, no burns so far for Yusuf. Few burns for Miku. And is open and ready and waiting for the Lombard, which he gets. Has to set up a couple of safety burns. But is clean again. And waiting once again. Pretty low eyepiece count at the start of this game for Miku. More than double the amount. Oh, GXC is topping out! Oh no! What a shame. So Miku needs to get to 96,641. Let's say 97,000 to be safe. Not like this! So again, Miku needs to get to 97,000, so only needs 8,000 more points. That looks like he's gonna do it with a Tetris. Okay, takes a triple. And does it with the Tetris. So Miku is gonna continue his match-winning streak in this tournament. He continues on in the winner's bracket. Let's give him his third heart. It was a well-fought match from both of you guys. It's a shame for that early top-out to be the determining factor. There's pretty much nothing to separate you guys. But in the end, there has to be a winner, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately, there has to be a loser, I should say, because the winner is winning is a positive thing. Yep, there's still the possibility that there will be a rematch. So let's see what the state of things are. That was the last match actually from this channel. So we will be rating Classic Tetris PAL. So thanks everyone for watching.